This is a training video, or actually a rules video, for the twin trades, twin trading rules. First of all, definition of a twin. Any two consecutive SSI arrows, dark green, which are up arrows, red, which are down arrows, are strong twins. They look like two arrows right here. Those are strong down arrows. The light green and pink are medium twins, and the yellow are weak twins. The entry rules. As with other trades, don't take trades 30 minutes prior for pre-market or 50 minutes prior for regular trading hours. Prior to a high impact news release, a market open, European cash market open, and US futures market open, or 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All three of these events cause dramatic volatility in prices and are too dangerous to trade unless you have sufficient time to make profit prior to these events occurring. 30 minutes pre-market because it moves slower than the regular trading hours, and 15 minutes for the regular trading hours is typically sufficient time to have made profit on these different trade entry types prior to a high impact news release, market open, or 4 p.m. candle before the market closes at 4:15 Eastern Standard Time. Secondly, don't trade if the SSI value of the previous candle closes beyond the extreme overbought or oversold line. If you have an extreme overbought beyond this most extreme green line, don't take an entry on a twin if one of the arrows should end up closing beyond that level. The same thing for on the short side. If the second arrow that makes up the twin should close beyond that extreme line, don't take a trade there either. Trades that will close, two twins that appear at the most extreme areas of the dotted green line is slightly overbought, solid green line is overbought, and the larger, thicker green line is extreme overbought. And then, of course, lightly oversold, and extreme oversold. When twins form, they will form as yellow, which are cautionary, and that's again why they are the weak twins. For the 2 and the 5 minute trading systems, which this one is a 5 minute system right now we're looking at, don't take yellow twins, the weak twins. Only take the strong twins and then the medium twins. Third rule. It says here again, don't trade trade strong and medium twins for the 2 and the 5 minute systems. For larger time frames, trade all three types. The larger time frames, 30 minute systems and above, when you have a weak twin, it's so much time of stronger selling than buying that it carries through and still makes for successful trading. You take a smaller take profit when you're in a more extreme area, but you can still take the trade. Those noises in the background are the system producing trades, and I needed to make sure that I had everything turned off here. All right, so that should be turned off. Now for the fourth entry rule. Trade at least 1 to 2 ticks beyond the yellow line. When trading inside the yellow line, allow for at least 6 ticks and move your stop loss to break even as soon as you hit the yellow line. What that means is, for example, this medium twin formation right here, this was beyond the yellow line when that candle opened. You're a couple ticks beyond the yellow line, it makes for a very good trade. This trade very quickly went up about 3 points and hit the take profit of 2 points. When you're just beyond the yellow line, like you are right here, you're 1 tick beyond the yellow line. So beyond means that for a long, you're above the yellow line, and for a short, beyond means you're below the yellow line. So you want to think about it in terms of beyond is past the yellow, inside the yellow. When you're taking a long, you're inside the yellow. That's more dangerous. You want to have sufficient room from your entry price to where the yellow is to make that profit target of 8 ticks on the 2 and the 5 minutes. That should actually say 2 and 5 minute right there, not 3 minute. And for the 30 minute, you want to have at least 4 points, or 4 points, which is 16 ticks. So you want to be either just beyond the yellow line, which makes for a very good twin trade, or you want to be inside the yellow line but with sufficient room to make profit. For example, if a long twin formed with the open price right here and you had 6 ticks or more into the yellow, take the trade knowing that you have enough room to work with until you get up against the yellow. For the short here, it was just past the yellow, only one tick, but we look for 1 to 2 ticks. This trade was taken by several traders, and one of the rules for exit is after 4 candles. If you haven't made profit, you exit at the 4th candle. So going down here, exit rules. Take profit for the 2-minute systems for pre-market and regular trading hours is both 8 ticks. For 30 minutes for both markets, the strong twin, the medium twin is 20 ticks, which is 5 points. The weak twin is 16 ticks, which is 4 points. The stop loss for the 2 and the 5-minute systems for pre-market and regular trading hours, they're both -6 ticks. For the 30-minute for both markets, all 3 types have the same stop loss, which is -10 ticks, which is 2.5 points. When the stop loss when the take profit or stop loss hasn't been hit, immediately exit when either the first arrow against your direction closes and permanently prints on the SSI. For example, if you're in a long here and you get a down arrow that permanently prints and closes upon the open of the new candle, get out of the trade right here. In this case, this trade made its 8 ticks of profit before that happened. But if you're in the trade and you haven't made profit or haven't been stopped out, and a arrow prints against you means you're in a long. So when an arrow prints against your direction, which is down, short, get out of the trade. Or when the first aqua triangle appears, in the case here, that would be a reason to have exited right there. If you're in that long twin trade and the aqua triangle prints, get out of the trade. Lastly, it's one of these 3 rules. So when one of these 3 things happens, lastly, after 4 bars, after 4 bars. So either, again, opposite direction arrow on the SSI prints and permanently appears, which would happen after the bar fully closes, or the aqua triangle comes in, or after 4 bars. When either one of these 3 things happen, close immediately. Lastly, and also SSI arrows will flicker, but not until the candle closes will it permanently print. These arrows will flicker on the SSI line, but when the candle permanently closes, it'll either permanently print or go away, and that's your sign to close a twin trade. Here, close at the open of 1 candle prior to a high impact news release, a market open, or 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For medium impact news releases, move to break even if in profit, otherwise close. Take profit is to be taken from the candle's open price. So in the example here, when the 2 twins came in on the medium and you got in on the open of the next candle, in this case the candle shot up quite a bit. But you still have opportunities to get into this open price or a tick worse or better if you act quickly on the twin. Take the take profit measurement from the open of this candle. So from here it was 37 even. You would get out at 39, which would have been right here. If you get a tick better, that is to say that the open price, you get a tick better in price than the open, then you're making 9 ticks on that trade. If you get a tick worse than the open price, you're making 7 ticks. Don't chase the twin trade more than 2 ticks. If it moves up real fast, you can always, looks like we have an update from eSignal there. Sorry. Looks like my internet might have gone down for a second, and it updates when it does that. So here, when it opens up, you've got to quickly act upon the twin trade. And the twin trades down here, it will give you an audio alert. It'll say twin when the second arrow is flickering after the first arrow is permanently printed. You'll hear the word twin, and you'll see the word twin next to the arrow. That prepares you for a twin trade. So when it opens like this, you have ample opportunity to get in quickly. Many times, again, you'll get a tick better. Other times, you'll get a tick worse. If the trade goes more than 2 ticks beyond the open, wait for it to come back to the open and then get the open price or a tick worse. So the twin trades, as with scalps, have to be managed quickly. And for those traders who manage the scalps, the twin trades quickly, they make very good profit. Now, on the larger time frames, the 30-minute time frames, do not take the yellow twins. No, excuse me. On the shorter time frames, 2 and 5-minute time frames, don't take the yellow twins. Only take the light greens, the light pinks, and the dark reds, and the dark greens, if I can find you one here. The dark greens. Now this is during a time in Asia when you don't want to take trades in Asia, but that's just an example, the dark greens. Matter of fact, here's an example of dark greens right there. Okay, dark greens right there during the U.S. session. Those are the rules for the twin trade. Again, what you want to look for is you want to look for the strong greens and the strong reds. They're the best trade. The medium trades still do work out well, but you want to be careful of the yellow line. You want to be past it. You want to make profit in 4 bars or less. If not, close at the 4th bar. For example, here when traders got into this trade, some of them were up about 4 ticks and 4 bars into it, which was right about here. They got out of the trade. Now, it did fall further and make profit, but many other times after 4 bars, if it hasn't made profit, whatever strong selling was in this period to cause the twins has left. It should have carried through and got you in a profit. If not, it's best to leave the trade. Those are the rules for the twins. The same thing applies to 30-minute systems. The difference in the 30-minute systems is you have a bigger stop loss, slightly bigger, and you have a bigger take profit. And for the 30 minutes, you're using strong twins and medium twins are making 5 points, and weak twins are making 4 points. Good luck in trading. If you have any questions about the twin trades, please further ask me. Otherwise, it's hopefully fairly straightforward, and continue to watch this video as many times as you need to. Thanks very much.